Okay, I've got the microphone on and just checking. Okay, we're got the audio going. We are on day 120. Welcome everyone to our daily streaming of the Icelandic volcano eruptions. We are on day 120. I'm your host, DrFox2000. And hey, who's pointing at who? Don't point, it's not good. Anyway, welcome everyone, and glad to have you on board. And unfortunately, our view is somewhat diminished right now. It was a little bit better earlier, and unfortunately, the weather gods are not being nice to us. So we will deal with what we've got. I'll make that a little smaller on the bottom so we can see a little bit more. And 120 days in Lava Land, you bet, Agent X, and that is where we are at. So I want to welcome everyone to day 120. And it is amazing to see how far and how much lava this thing has produced. And really super and stoked with all of this because I'm going to Iceland. Oh, I love it. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'm actually located in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We are viewing the live streams from MBL and RUV.is, as well as Visor, if they get their camera going again. Haven't checked on that one lately, as well as many of the other stationary cameras that are sitting around taking still shots and doing their time-lapse stuff. But before I get into the stream too much here, just wanted to let everyone know, if you are in the live stream, please know that it will say top chat or live chat in the chat box or on top of it. And it should say that if you are actually watching the live. If you are watching the replay, hang on, why is this thing saying I got low audio? My audio is on. You guys can hear me, right? Visor is frozen for a couple of days. Yeah, it's still frozen, I think. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, sorry, got sidetracked here with making sure my... Don't do it, Doc. Why? I'm going to Iceland. I'm going to go see the volcano. But I'm not going to jump in or walk on the lava, guys. Anyway, as I was saying about the top chat and live chat, on top of the chat box, if it says replay up there, you know you are then watching a stream that has already finished and being recorded. So please be aware of that, and you won't be able to make any comments in the actual chat. You'll have to make your comments down below. And it should be all right for you to do that. I do try to respond to every one of those comments that comes along. Sometimes there's some not so nice ones that I have to delete, but usually 99.999% are beautiful comments and beautiful people doing their thing. And I'm hearing bleeping already. Why am I hearing bleeping? I don't have that open. I need to look at that. Apparently, okay. Okay, I just read that. And all right, I'm not sure what the deal is there, and we'll have to look into that other issue shortly here. Okay, so anyway, let's see. I wanted to say hi to you people in the chat. Let's see. Doug Christopher, welcome. DJ is in the house. Louise is back. Let's see, Doug Deals, is it? Or Dees, I hope I said that right. Susan P. also in the house. Frank McLeod. Gary's Variety Channel is back. Mark Wise, Chicky, of course, I seen you earlier, and welcome back, Chicky. Andy Coley also here. Glad to have you guys on board. Frank McLeod, let's see, PJ Steele also in the house. Theo and Santi back again. Glad to have you guys back, and it is wonderful. Franz Van Gene, yeah, I hope I said that right. Loud and clear, excellent. Armin, is it Armin Zulu? I hope I said that right. And I hear crickets loud and clear, excellent. I don't hear crickets. I just hear the fan from my computer right now and myself talking, but hey, nice to have you on board. I hear crickets. Let's see who else is here. Judy McClelland is back. Ruth Mays, Zachary is back as well. Manuel Diz Cancesco, perfect sound. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. Agent X is in the house. Mike the Mechanic also back. Simon Irich also back. Glad to have you back on board. Tony Leon, welcome back. Let's see, there's a few others here. Zachary, I think I might have said you already, but good to have you back. Squelito83, my French, I'm French, and I can say nice to see you. Well, if you're French, then I will say bonjour, comment ça va? And I don't speak French, je ne peux parler français, je suis allemand. I hope I said that right. I'm a German. So, but I've been in Canada too long. Anyway, let's see, who else? Dim RS also in the house. Layla also back. Glad to have you guys back on board. So many of the names that are just back as usual, and I'm glad to see everybody is on board. Steve Hamilton also here. Pistol Pete back again. Good to see you, neighbor. Sandra Rockland, second thumbs up. Hi, and I'm an early bird for a change. Glad you were able to make it. And anyway, we're, like I said, we don't have the best of everything here, so as long as Dr. Fox turns truth, I'm great as long as Dr. Fox turns off the mic at the right time. Yeah, I did turn the mic on and off. It's the audio feed to the streaming software. I forgot to click that button, and that was my bad. But you know, you guys didn't mind actually hearing Rob, and we didn't say anything really bad, so it was all okay. And of course, Rob, well, welcome. I'm glad to have you back on the stream. Porter Cam, also nothing wrong with Canada, eh? No, there certainly isn't. Other than, you know, it's too cold in the winter and too long. Winters are way too long. Huge gush. Yeah, we've been noticing that there have been some very, very large eruptions, and it was pushing out quite a bit of material. So really cool to see. Is that steam or smoke? Right now it's a little bit of both. We've got clouds in there, we've got some steam happening. I think it rained a bit there, as well as we have a lot of smoke coming up from the material. So plus I think we've got some more moss fires around the edges since the new lava flow into Fagradalsfjall is such a large amount. We are getting some more of the moss fires around the edges, which aren't helping us for visibility. Anyway, I did want to pop to the seismic chart real quick, and I noticed this is what's happening here, and it looks like it's doing its thing. So let's see if I can get my crayon working here, and I've been noticing these spikes in here, it's kind of interesting, and we are getting deeper again as far as cycle times. And you know, we've seen it before. It was from there, but this is getting down lower down in the bottom end. I'm not sure what that's really indicating, but we are still doing these long cycles, and it does flow out for quite a bit of time when it does flow, and it is a very, very large amount of lava that is coming out during that time. So very cool to see. And let's see if we can get back on to our smoky, cloudy scene here. And we know that this is a little bit on the bad side. I don't know what we can do here. But anyway, I like it in a way. Kind of gives you an eerie feeling. And I did want to pop around to the other views to see what is going on in the world. Down at the berm area, I don't see too much. It looks like somebody may have lined up some rocks there on the berm itself, but not too sure about that. Let's see if we can lock that back down and kind of draw on that a little bit. Copy, remove, paste, and so down in here, it almost looks like somebody's lined something up. These rocks look like they're standing on end, if they are in fact rocks, or if somebody has put something there. So not sure if that's some kind of test equipment or somebody just messing with us. Interesting though to see that, and I'm curious. You know, when we see something odd, we always have to ask questions. Now our long-range view across the valley is clouded out, and of course we go back to this one. We see that it is fairly cloudy as well there, and if we pop down into the other view down in the valley, and this is in Fagradalsfjall, we can see the front or the darker area of lava moving forward, and you can kind of see it there, and it is smoking in some areas where it is pushing forward. Mind you, we also see some smoke over here yet, so that's usually a good indicator that we've got some hot lava sitting underneath this material right here as well, and it may have some hot flow underneath it, as well as the new flow on top in the back here. So this has actually multiple layers to it. There's another ridge line kind of sort of there, and I know it's hard to see with the smoke and the fog and everything, but it does look like we've had several pushes into it. Did you catch the Volcano? Yes, I will get to that in a second. Truth, that's actually who we're going to make our interesting channel of the day. And I will throw that up there in short order so we can take a look. This was the still cam up top on the northern end of the valley, looking at the volcano and the valley. And of course it's not a very good view right now, and I think in our multi-shot you can kind of see that. And we'll use that 3D map in a little while here to kind of indicate where everything is going for you guys. So for right now though, I did want to pop in, and as Truth mentioned, there's a new guy out doing his thing, and I think he's got some pretty interesting videos on there. And he calls himself the Shoestring Teacher. Okay, and I am going to put the link in here for that guy's video, and if you guys want to have it, it is a drone video, and he's done a little bit of flying over the areas. It's not the greatest in the world, but it is a pretty good view. And there it is there. If you guys want to, I'm going to pin that one up there. We want to kind of help the guy out. He does have some very interesting travel videos on there. some from Hawaii and different areas of the world. So if you guys want to go have a look, there is the link, and Shoestring Teacher is the guy's name. So if you guys want to definitely, you know, pop over there, tell them, hey, you seen it on DrFox2000 and you went over to go check them out, and it is very, very cool. So we are enjoying that, and actually, speaking of that, if you want a little bit of a sample, I will show you. This is one of the nice shots that he had, and you can see that massive flow coming out of the crater there and just flooding the entire area out front to the northern face. And I did want to mention or point out, oh, that guy is not locked into place either. What the heck? This helper I got is just not doing a good job. Oh, hang on, that's me. We'll get it in order here. So this arrow looking right down there, that little spot, that is where all that lava is coming out, and then what we are seeing when it's pouring over is we are seeing that ridge line here when it starts to flow over from a distance when we were looking down from the other views. And it is very cool. A lot of this material is ending up going this way, as well as the other paths it's taking. So it's kind of neat to see that. Now, other people were wondering about, okay, is that tooth still intact? And you can see the big jaggedy, raggedy tooth there. It is still there. We do have a little bit of a better photo of that, and this is also viewable there. So you can see right here is the outlet that is letting most of the lava out, and it's not a lot lower, so it's pretty cool. And this is our very raggedy tooth there, and then that V cut that we had is further over there on the north side. It seems to have repaired itself somewhat and created a kind of a dam again at that height. So it's not as low as what it was before. It was way down before, and it has repaired itself to a degree. So we're seeing more flow coming out on this end than we are on the northern side. So it is an interesting shot, and if you do want to see that in that video, by all means, you go take a look at the Shoestring Teacher, and that will give you a pretty good shot. And also consider subscribing to the guy. He's only got like 77 or hang on, what was it, 71 subscribers, and I'm hoping we can get him up a few more subscribers and a few hellos in there for him. And he had 669 views on the video when I did this, and I'm hoping it's increased a whole bunch for him, and we will go from there. So yeah, he's up a few already. He's up to 1,100 views and 84 subscribers. So guys, if you want to head on over and give him a little bit of a shot there and have a look. He's got some interesting stuff out there. A lot of it with drones. So really enjoyable, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that too. Okay, so I'm gonna run through a few more people that I see that popped in here just to say hi to y'all while we're looking at our wonderful screens of foggy stuff. Hang on, let's see if that view is a little bit better. Right about there. Yeah, it is pretty smoky right now. So anyway, I'll say hi to a few more, and let's see, David Ross also back in the house. Betty is here, welcome. Michael Hussar, welcome. Hell of a deal. Also back in the house. Aloha to Don Arnold. Let's see. DJ's here. Welcome back, DJ. Duchess of Elements. Your channel has been added to. Follow live stream lists on my channel. Okay, cool, Duchess of Elements, and thank you, and thanks for joining us. And Duchess of Elements has been trying to do a little bit of live streaming herself, so if you guys happen to see her go on live, by all means, you know, you can pop over and say hi and have a quick look over there as well. So just remember Duchess of Elements, and you'll be able to pop over and see a few things as there. Chris Johnson also back in the house. Louise is playing with the ducks. Friend also back. Larry Vladica also back. Good day to you as well. And yeah, it's interesting now. For those who don't know, Larry was in Iceland. He did send us some interesting photos while he was there on the ground. He had a look at it for himself. I was very, very jealous, but now I'm going to go. So I will be going in August on the 17th, I believe, is when I fly out. I have to actually do the bookings yet, but that's the tentative date. And we will be going there, going to the actual volcano. The other thing I wanted to mention here, guys, is I am not monetizing this stream, and it is not monetized at all in that sense. Super chats are still on, which is fine, but as far as the monetization, oh, well, speaking of super chats, it looks like I had one and I missed it. Did somebody throw me a super chat? I didn't see it pop through here, or I don't see it. Okay, who super chatted me? Oh, there it is, Tony Leon. I found it. We need more likes, everyone. Yeah, all right, Tony. And thank you. Yeah, actually, if you feel comfortable with hitting that like button, if you like what you're seeing, by all means, do that. And thank you very much for the $2 super chat, Tony. Appreciate that. Anyway, what I was saying is, yes, I'm not doing any monetization because of the fees that we're using. And mbl.is is who owns these feeds, and I've gotten word that you know, as long as I play nice and don't monetize it, I should not have an issue. So this is what we're going with. All right, smoke tornadoes. Yes, there's a few of those. I see that. Like the button. Okay, yeah. Dina, guten Abend, guten Tag. Yeah, and welcome back. Glad to have you back on board, and I hope you got some sleep. Space Horse also here, Mr. Twister. Yeah, there it is. Brian Crown, welcome. I was liking in the 80s. Yeah. Well, we do like in the 80s. 80s was interesting, so were the 70s. And the 60s, for that matter. Oops, I shouldn't be saying that. That starts aging me a little bit too quick. Betty, Super Chat is not possible from Venezuela. Oh, okay. Well, no worries, Betty. You don't need to. Nobody is obligated to, and I'm plenty okay if you don't. I'd be happy if you hit that like button, and that helps me out a whole bunch that way. It gets the ranking of the videos up there. So to me, that is a little more important if we can do that. You know, it is nice to have the super chats, and of course it offsets some of the cost of the trip for Iceland and so on. So we will go either way. I'm good because I like doing the streaming, so I don't want to impose, you know, any kind of fees or anything like that. It's just, it is what it is. So you know, I enjoy doing this, and this is why I do it, and it is for helping people out to understand what's out there. And again, I don't claim to be an expert in volcanoes, we have the experts in the chats usually. There's a lot of very, very smart people out here, and I'm glad you guys are on board and coming along for the ride to see what's going on. So few of the others that we still need to see pop in here again is Siggy and guys like that. So I'm sure he'll be along. I think he had some work to do. A few others had oh, what? I'm just reading some of the comments in here. Anyway, we'll see who else shows up here today, and of course it is Saturday, so this stream is supposed to be a 4-hour long stream, and I'm hoping that things will all be all good, and we're going to get some cleaner air there, and be able to see a little bit better in a little while. So keeping fingers crossed. Oh, Betty, that's why I like you. Okay, that is yeah. Thanks. You know, it's like really with doing the streaming. This is for me. It's a passion to want to watch this volcano grow. And oh, geez, Tony, you didn't need to do that. But thank you, and I'm sure Betty appreciates that too. So thanks, buddy. Glad to have the extra little there. It certainly doesn't hurt. So I'm not sure if I said that right. Does anyone know the size of the cone now? Well, it is an oblong cone, and I think we can probably best, if we go back to that one picture, that kind of shows you the shape of the cone, and it's really changed shape. It's kind of like a big oval in a way. Before we know, and if I draw on this, before we know that we used to have a lot deeper area right in here, and this seems to have filled in quite a bit. So it's interesting to see, unless this is all spillage and this was our original cone. Yeah, that might have been what it is. I might be wrong there. So it ended up getting some yeah, and it was something like that in here, but it did rebuild itself and fill itself up in that area, just as it did in the backside on the north side. So it's kind of interesting to see that, guys. Anyway, let's see if we can pop that back to the volcano scenes and see if we see anything more. And it is really unfortunate that it got foggy on us, and kind of not happy about that, but nothing I can do about it. Last night was crazy when Guten Tag arrived. It was like a Beatle concert here. And you know what? The lava heads came scraping, and yeah, and collapsing. Yeah, no kidding, DJ. And you know, it was really nice to have Guten Tag in the channel last night. So we had both Siggy and Guten Tag here, of course, as well as RLC was in, and it's nice to have, you know, everybody in the same room doing the thing, and it was quite awesome. So we'll see, and I'm hoping to meet Guten Tag when I head out there. So hopefully we'll do a face-to-face with him, and maybe even convince him to come and sit in on the live stream while I'm there. And that is the intention, is I do want to live stream from the site, and I'm gearing myself up to do that. And it's going to be an interesting adventure, because I don't know how well that's going to work, but we will give it a shot. And you know, if at the very least is we will get a lot of decent footage, because I am taking both of my drones with me, and hopefully we'll be able to have a little bit of fun. Put a man on the cone for perspective. Oh my God, a man on the cone for perspective. You know, a few people have been asking for that. Let's see, if we do that, let me go back to the other picture, and then we will kind of play with that and try to give you a little bit of a guesstimate of how big a human being would be there if he was standing, say, up on the rim. And I'm gonna point to an area that I'm gonna put the guy in, just so you know, because you may not be able to see him. So I'm gonna put him somewhere over here, okay? And now I have to change my crayons down to a different size. I am going to make him in yellow, and this, and I know you guys are probably going to say, huh? How come that dot is so little? So please pay attention in that the tip of the arrow there, I'm going to put something the size of a human, if I can get that thing to draw. I might be just there. That'd be about the size of a human. You see that little tiny yellow mark? 2 pixels tall. Well, maybe we can give him 3 pixels tall, but not very much. So that arrow was pointing to something that would be about the size of a human being walking up there. And I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of a reasonable perspective. And it's not a joke. You're not going to be able to see someone walking around on the edge of the crater or up there if they're wearing camouflage or anything like that. So, you know, you see that arrow is pointing to what I'm depicting as the physical size of a human. And this is a rough guesstimate, okay? It definitely won't be any bigger than that, but it may be even a little bit smaller than what I've drawn. So now put your dot on the right hand side, even smaller than a pea. You know what the problem is I can't make tiny little dots like that. It's hard. This guy's got to be like 6'8" and have really long arms and legs. That's what we're depicting right there, with the arrow pointing to him. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. And to try to draw in, like I said, it may be a little bit smaller yet too, as far as the distance that we're at, right? So it's hard to say exactly, because I don't have an actual scale of how big this thing has become, and I don't have any measurements across the cone. We need to have actual surveyors out there. So I hope you guys understand, and I hope that gives you a little bit more perspective as to what we're seeing. And I see the clouds have lifted a little bit. We see a lot of upward rising smoke, and hopefully we're going to see a little bit of lava flow. Anyway, I see also that it is 12:33. That means I've been on for a half an hour here already, and I do need to take my half-hour breaks, as I prescribe to myself, you know, being a doctor and all. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already hit that like button and you like what you're seeing, please consider doing that. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider having a look down below. You can see when the actual stream times are, and while you're down there, you can hit that subscribe button and also turn on that bell notification so you know when the actual streams are on. We do try to stream daily. It doesn't always happen, okay, due to work. I am on call, so if at a moment's notice I may have to terminate, but we will do what we can to keep the stream running. Sometimes I can resolve issues just over the phone, so it's just a matter of we're seeing where we're at with it. So anyway, just to let you guys know all that nice stuff, and hang in there. I'm going to go take my break. I'm DrFox2000. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, so please don't go away. Thank you. Okay, guys and girls, I've turned the microphone back on. I'm DrFox2000 here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, about 5,000 kilometers away from the volcano, and we are watching the live streaming of the Icelandic volcano eruptions. We are on day 120, and we followed this thing right from day one, actually slightly prior to day one, all the way to now, and it is awesome. It is cool, and we love following this material. And just wanted to mention the stream, of course, is not monetized because of the feeds that we're using. So it's important to know that, because they are the mbl.is feeds that we're showing right now, and they have the better position on life, and here they zoomed in a little bit more on this one, so it's all awesome. Wanted to throw that back in there, and unfortunately we're still seeing a lot of cloud that moved in. Earlier today it was a lot nicer viewing, and unfortunately the weather gods have not been as nice to us. I see Arizona Snowman got in here. Welcome, glad to have you on board, and not any trouble while you weren't here, so we're all good, Arizona. It's excellent. Okay, Aztec Warrior, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Lava Bombs also in the house. Let's see who else popped in here. Space Horse, Zoe, Kevin Haynes, Enigmatic Bird is back. Glad to have you on board. Let's see, Frederico also back in here. And I see a few things thrown at me here while I was on break. Georg Dymark said, "Tell the truth, with all the earthquakes in Iceland had before this eruption, I thought it would have been a much bigger one." And yeah, you know, it's hard to tell what is going to come up. And as you say, there's always a danger of Kepler going off, and very much so. And that's the neat part about volcanoes. Very dynamic situations with all of them, and they can change very, very quickly. You know, all it takes is just a slight shift in the Earth's surface. It may not even be a major event, and that could cause a slight collapse in a vent that is pushing magma up, and that can slow it down or stop it, or redo it, you know, force it to try to burrow its way back through, melt back through, whatever you want to call it. So let's see, Wessex Dragon, hi Dr. Fox, is the volcano crater a bit like a magma chamber that keeps underground always changing shape and size? The actual cone itself, yeah, it's every time it erupts, you know, depending on how much action we're getting in the actual eruption, it's going to change shape inside the actual cone. And there's no two ways about it, because it's going to wash away some of the material that was previously deposited, or it will add to it, and very dynamic. So as far as what's going on down below in the ground, it is too hard to say and predict. Everything is hypothetical in that sense, so not trying to be weird when I give that kind of a response, but we really don't know what's going on down there. You've got letter of us. Please visit the local yeah, oh, too funny. Your local virologist. Is that what they call them? Virologist? Awesome, guys. Awesome. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Rebecca. Okay. Why Oh, Rebecca, you put DocFox. If you put DrFox, it turns red for me. That way I can see it. So if you could try to do it the other way, it'll help. And that goes for anyone. If you are wanting to ask me a question, please put DrFox2000, like DrFox2000, up there in the name thing without any other things attached to it. That turns it red in the chat. It's a lot easier for me to see it. I am watching this in the YouTube studio rather than on a standard stream. So it is kind of reverse colors for me. So if you guys can address it that way, that always helps me a whole bunch. Anyway, there was a few earthquakes in the middle of the lake in Yellowstone area. Ooh, well, if there's earthquakes in Yellowstone, then we gotta figure that one out. Hugo last, have a drink on me. Hugo, why thank you. $4.99 super chat, awesome, and really appreciate that. Enigmatic Bird throws in a £5 super chat, and thank you very much for that as well. And really appreciate it, you guys. And like I said, these streams are not monetized. So this will help me out a little bit in that sense. Pays for the power bill if you like. And running with multiple monitors and things like that. Actually, streaming is a little bit of a workout on the power bill. I noticed it went up a fair amount since I started doing that. So about 3 months ago, actually, it went up a whole bunch once I switched over to the new computer. So and running 3 monitors rather than 2, which in turn means I'm running 6 monitors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6, and a couple other computers. So things have increased here. Yeah, what do I got in here? 4 computers in here. So. It all sucks power back. But anyway, awesome for the super chats. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. And let's see what else we got going on here. Good to see some familiar faces. Little Bear, glad you're on board. And glad to see you're back. And yeah, there are a lot of familiar faces here. The M4 fog. Yeah, that can be a little bit on the weird side looking at that fog. And a lot of that is just smoke. I'm really not sure what is actually in that smoke, but I don't think I'd want to be breathing that too much. Craig Gummersale, do you have solar panels on the roof? No, I don't have solar panels on my roof. Although it's a thought. The thing is power is cheap enough here that unless you plan a long-term decision to stay here, it's not feasible to put solar panels up due to the fairly economically priced power that we have. So we have to look at it that way. Chart doesn't work like that even, but maybe it will in the future. We'll try that, and that way it can bring it up for you. And I'll work on that. But if you did want to see the chart, we'll throw that up right there in a few minutes. Truth asked, the volcano is definitely organizing its walls just like a shield volcano. It's getting higher every day. And yes, that was something that actually I wanted to mention earlier is, what I did say about that back northern V that basically rebuilt itself. This is going to be a habitual thing for this volcano to keep doing. And we're even going to see that down at the that northeast corner. Once we get enough material out of the cone, and that keeps building up higher and higher and higher, if there isn't constant flow washing it away, it will start to build back up. And then during the next eruption, if it's not as big, it's just not going to spill out as much, and it won't wash away as much material anymore. And it's going to continue that and repeat and repeat and repeat. So once that northern area is all filled up, you can bet your booties that that material will start flowing south again. And when it does, then it's going to be very interesting to see. And I'm kind of guesstimating here that once it does shift back to the south and we get another southerly flow, that's when things in Næðhagi are going to fill up, and we are going to see a whole bunch more flow outward towards the road. So that is coming up in the future, and hoping it's going to do that. And I think it will be kind of neat. Although I did say 169 days for it to hit the ocean. I'm going to stick to that number for now. Although I won't be there when that happens. I'm going to be there earlier, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see where it gets to, and hopefully I'll be able to actually walk on that berm and do a little bit of filming down at the bottom end. Yes, it is. Can't wait to visit. Yeah. Larry, are you going back? And that's a question I had. Did you, because you were mentioning it before, so Larry Vladica was down there, and I don't know if he was thinking about going back there. So that's a quick lunch break, Dr. Fox. Lunch break? No, I had my break. I actually ate lunch before I started the stream. I got smart. And it's Major R. Soul is back in the house. And good afternoon, good evening to you. So glad to have you on board. Let's see. It's like being in Spain. Fantastic weather. It's been. It's what up until last week. Okay. Fantastic weather. Oh yeah. I want fantastic weather too. And actually, we have had fairly decent weather here in Edmonton, so I can't really complain. Are you getting a rental car once there? Yes. Okay, and Larry is considering. Well, Larry, I'm going to be going August 17th is the pending date, and flying out of Seattle. So, just so you know. And then coming back, I think on the, what is it, 23rd? I have to look at the calendar anyway. I will post the dates once I am 100% sure. Like I said, I've got all the ducks are being lined up one after another. I do have the time off allotted to me from work. So it would be an interesting thing to get out there anyway. And yeah, I think I do need to get a rental car while I'm out there. It's definitely one of those things. I was thinking of renting a helicopter, but those are expensive to rent for a while. Plus, they want you to have a license, you know? It always takes the fun out of it. But anyway, let's see. Okay, rest in peace, Dia Woodham. I didn't know Dia Woodham, so I don't know who that is. Let's see, weather, Holland, Michigan. All right, people are bringing up weather. Weather for Reykjavik, 49 Fahrenheit, 9 degrees Celsius. Humidity 87%, and wind is 10 kilometers per hour or 6 miles per hour out of the, where's it coming from? Out of the west. So pretty cool. Lucky me, you are still here. Okay, I will dash to the corner store. Okay, Duchess, no worries. Dash or walk or drive or go slow. Just don't get into any accidents, and hopefully you won't have any issues. Let's see. I just want to check on a couple things here. Dine and dash. Fortis, don't dine and dash. That's not good. If somebody's giving you some good good stuff, and you've gone in and you don't say it's bad, and you don't try to get out of the bill, you try to pay for it. And if it's really horrible, then you speak up right away, and they can usually replace it for you. But anyway, let's see. Spot of bacon. A spot of bacon? I would like to have a whole bunch of bacon up there right now. And, with the clouds that we're seeing, I'm not happy with those. But there's nothing I can do. If we go down to the other view, that one is still very, very smoky as well. We aren't seeing as much of that smoke and haze down in the southern end, down where Ned Haggie's berm is down on the bottom. So interesting to see that it's keeping fairly clear down there. And of course our long-range camera across the hill there is not working so well. It's all foggy or cloudy, and we'll pop back to that one. And I was actually trying to see what we could see from the other view, and this is a little bit closer zoomed in here, and very, very hard to tell what's going on at the crater, even with the clouds in the way. They're not being good to us. Come on, move, clouds. We need a little bit better stuff. So not much going on with the tremors. Last I looked, looks okay. Yeah, actually the tremors, I was gonna update my chart here real quick and see if we can get some new info, and save image as, and we're going to do it there, and overwrite that, and we will see if we can get the latest one up there for you guys. So give it a second and or two, and I will get that while we are looking at this very foggy view. And let's see if we remove this and add a source. And okay, it's not adding my source the way I want it to. Why? Or is it saving it somewhere else? I think it might be saving it somewhere else. Let me get rid of that guy and try this again here. It may have hidden my files in a different folder. Yep, I think it did. Rather than there, it may have popped it into the desktop. Oh. Or into stuff. I have a folder called stuff. It's always a good place to put things. Where are you? I'll have to try to resave it properly here. Yep, looks like I gotta resave it, and we will make that happen. So save image as, and go back in here. And hopefully this will work, and then we can bring that latest chart for you guys. So give me a sec, and we'll try to reload that. There we go. Okay, so just to push that live real quick, this is the latest seismic that we have available, and it's not what I want to see, and be very honest with you. When we I need to lock that. Sorry. When you're looking at the stuff down on near the bottom of that doesn't look very healthy for us. And I will point to what I'm looking at is down here, this stuff here. That's awful low. That should be riding up here somewhere during this eruption, as well as the green should be somewhere up in there as well. And when we see it down there, then we are maybe not going to get as much lava flow again. And we see in here that we had kind of a partial eruption, or it may have cut off. So this would have been an older one, so we'll call that a 2, and then we'll call this one a 1. And 2 got cut off before it made it back to the top, so that stopped the eruption, and 1 is still on the uprise. So I'm hoping that we're not going to have this thing go back to sleep on us just yet, but you never know what will happen. So okay, it is 1 o'clock or 2 minutes thereafter, and look at the notch around. Yeah, we did see. And Zachary, it makes you kind of wonder what's going on. Maybe the same thing is going on here. Yeah, very possible that things could drop back down. And Wendy S. King, welcome. Glad to have you on board. 420 in plain sight, also in the house. Dr. Fox, the family is here, even if it's just a little cloudy today. And yeah, we got more clouds coming in. There's not much I can do about it. The weather gods are not behaving for us. So, guys and girls, I'm going to take that break. If you do like what you're seeing so far on the screen, by all means do give that the thumbs up, a quick shot. Also, if you are new to the stream and you haven't been here before and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing if we've earned that, as well as you can hit that bell notification if you want to see more of the Icelandic volcano streams. And you can find the times for the streams located down in the description. And we do have 2 different streaming times. On the weekends, it's from 12 till 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which will make it from, from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern, and Icelandic Time would be from 1800 to 2200 Icelandic Time, which is the same as UTC. So if you guys enjoyed watching that and you like that, please, by all means, consider bopping that thumbs up and the subscribe, and that'll be all cool. Also, just a reminder, I am, because I'm using these particular feeds, they belong to mbl.is. We do give them credit for them, and my stream is not monetized for that reason, and that way there is no conflict. And that is where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go take my break, so please don't go away. Keep watching the smoke and the clouds and the other stuff go by, and hopefully we'll see some lava. I will be back in a few minutes. Snout bop that subscribe. That's something Piggy would say, and I bet you she's having a nap right now. She may be getting ready for her stuff, going to get the surgery done on her leg. So I'm hoping all the best for Piggy when she does go in for that. So for those who don't know, she needs some emergency surgery on her leg to get the muscles back together properly. So It's interesting, and we hope all the best for her. So anyway, for right now, I'm going to get off of here. Yeah, she could be making piggy buns, but I think she's got to stay off that leg for now. Anyway, don't go away, guys. Play nice and keep smiling and think about piggy buns. And I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Don't go away. Thank you. Okay, guys and girls, I'm back. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We are starting hour number 2, basically, of our 4-hour stream today. I am located here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We are watching the live streams from Iceland and the Icelandic volcano eruptions, and we are at day 120. It is awesome to have seen this volcano grow from a mere fissure in the ground to multiple volcanoes, to multiple vents, and then reform back into one big massive Ragnar. And that's what we've got now. It is really cool to see. Just to let you guys know, we are watching the mbl.is feeds. My stream is not monetized for that purpose. That way we can show these, and hopefully we won't have any issues, according to the words from way up the ladder. So glad you guys are here and enjoying what we are seeing. And I know that the views aren't the best right now, and that's due to all the smoke and fog and clouds that are hanging around, and I wish they would just all kind of lift up and let us see what is going on. So unfortunately it is what it is. So we are seeing some interesting material. I did watch earlier this morning. We had skies. Oh, I'll read that in a second. We did have some pretty awesome flow coming out of the volcano. A majority of it was leaving that what we call the northeast exit, for lack of better words. And just so you understand where that is in the cone, I'm actually going to bring that picture up real quick. So if you're looking here, pointing down, oh, my arrow got really skinny. But it's right there. That is the exit that came out of there, and I will see if I can make that a little thicker again. And this was the other northern V that was cut in here before, and it seems to have repaired itself to a degree. So the only time we're seeing stuff come out is during the very, very large eruptions. So that's kind of interesting. But majority of it is flowing out this crevasse, if you want to call it that. And then when it hits here, this is what the area that we see mostly as it comes down, drops, and then goes, and that goes through the gate and then down in the various flow patterns that it has. So. And then this one is the one that we were seeing mostly from the camera view that we were previously looking at. So hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit to kind of get a gist of where that is. And our jagged, ragged tooth there is still sitting right there. It hasn't blown away. Now this whole piece in here was what had moved back in that direction a little bit when it got pushed out, and it was actually tipping upward. And if you go back in a couple days ago stream there, you can actually see it on the video that we popped in there, and that was provided by Rob. That was RLC who provided that time lapse to us, which was really kind of him to do that. So anyway, I'm going to put it back onto the live. I see some of the cloud is moving, but still not 100% sure what we can do with that. Slip in the mud, 2 popcorn crackers, one had a dud, dairy in the, or milk in the dairy, step on a rake, nosebleed and bacon, smells like burnt steak. Oh man, Space Horse, you are what shall we call you? A poet, and the soliloquy of your verbiage is spaced right out. There we go. Oh man, lots of fun. Anyway, it's nice to see all that material sitting here. Now we do still have quite a pile up right in this area, but we also see that we do have a lot of new lava that has sat out in these areas, right? So that's all fairly new flow from just recently, within the last, I guess we'd call it 24 to 48 hours now that it's been pouring like that, and it's provided a lot more material down into the valley, which is really awesome. Babysit for bacon bits. What? I go sit, okay, I gotta go babysit for my bacon bits. PJ Steele, see you later. And thanks for stopping in. Black Knight always triumphs. Okay. Well, I hear some horn going off. Oh, somebody shut that off. Okay, cool. I thought I was going to have to close my window, but I guess not. Anyway, we're loving what we see on the screen, and with the exception of all the smoke and the clouds and the fog, and hopefully we will see a little bit more lava. And anyway, as I mentioned earlier there, we did want to kind of help out and promote the owner of this particular shot, and this is part of the video from the shoestring teacher, and another one that he had up there, of course. He was doing drone footage, and this is what he had picked up and was able to get out there. And of course you can see very clearly here, there's the exit, and it's flowing out, and we didn't see anything exiting on that side, although it is hard to tell, but it did not look like there was any flow out of the actual north V, if you want to call it that, but the northeastern exit seems to be where majority of this is flowing, and still flowing, doing a fairly reasonable job. So anyway, if you haven't gone over and had a look, shoestring teacher, link is up in the top, pinned up in the top of the chat. It is blue in color. You can click on it and then right click on it with your mouse, and then you have the option to open a new link or in a new window, and you can pop over there and have a look and still stay here at the same time. So hopefully you can do that if you are on a computer or laptop or tablet. I don't know if you can do that on a phone too well, but hopefully you guys can take a look and give them a quick thumbs up over there. Watch that video. It's worthwhile. So Goldsart Mozart, check out the seismic chart. Okay, we will refresh the seismic chart and see what has happened. Yeah, the seismic chart is not happy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at the seismic chart, and like I said before, it seems to hang on, we'll get it saved. And yes, we will save it, and we'll see if we can reload the latest seismic chart. It doesn't look happy, and it doesn't look like what I want it to be doing. I'm back. Give it some ore time, and we'll do another massive lava stream. Yeah, it's going, well, we're hoping it's not going to be crazy and shut down on us again. So that's my kind of fear right now, that while we're doing the streaming, it's going to shut off. And anyway, I'll bring the latest seismic back up there and see if it has changed any. And let's see if we remove that and add the new one. And I don't think it's changed a heck of a lot since we last looked at it. and hopefully it will show a little bit of difference. Yeah, we do see a little bit of difference in this chart, and again, down near the bottom, it's doing things that I don't like to see, and it's kind of unfortunate that it's doing what it's doing. But let's see. All right, we'll get myself a little bit bigger here, and there we go. So well, I need to lock that. Copy, remove, paste, and okay, look right there. I'm hoping that this is not going to go that way. Okay, I'm hoping that it's going to shoot back up, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier about watching this right here. That shouldn't be down that low during the eruption. That should have been up here somewhere, and I'm not liking this, guys. I'm not liking it. So what that is showing is that we're headed to the basement, and I'm hoping it's heading to the basement and then shoots all the way back up to here. But almost looks like we went from here down to here, and then back up and then back down again. So hopefully that is going to change for us. Hopefully it will improve and boost back up. So we keep our fingers crossed. Flo Smith, hi, I made it a little late today. Okay, well, no worries, Flo. Today's stream is supposed to be 4 hours long, although I don't know if we're going to run 4 hours if the view keeps diminishing, but we are certainly giving it a whirl, and kind of also looking at the fact that the volcano may be on the verge of shutting back down for a little while. I think it's fine, Dr. Fox. Looks like it's done this before earlier. Yes, it has done that before, DJ. And I'm kind of wondering, Dr. Fox, you've been putting water on it. No, Piggy, I haven't been putting water on it. And hi, welcome. We were talking about you earlier, Piggy, and I hope you didn't mind. Smoking cute. Yeah, it is smoking like crazy is what it's doing. And I wish some of that smoke would go straight up so we can see better. And all good. Dutch Mafia Brothers secret menu. Jen D is in Ireland. Okay, Jen D, hi. Let's see, Piggy is baking. Oh yeah, baking on the stream, or baking the stream. And we are always very happy that Piggy shows up in the room. She's a very good person, so we do enjoy having her here. And unfortunately, she's got to go get her. How do we define it on a piggy? He's got 4 legs, so it's the hind left leg there has some knee problems. So always tough to root around in the old pigsty and get into the mud properly when you got a leg problem. Hopefully it's all going to get fixed. So old Nar sleeps again. Well, we are hoping that Ragnar is not going to go to sleep again. Then we were lucky to get there last night. Yeah, actually, it was very lucky to be able to see what we had last night. It was an awesome show, and really a lively show. And I'm hoping that we're going to get a little bit more cloud-free period here today, and hopefully it will show up to be a little bit nicer. Duchess of Elements, you may or what? Look, yeah, may or may not understand this, but Dr. Fox, if Zoe gets into of her long power naps, what? Hang on, the stream's slipping away too quick on me here. Power naps, for she will wake up and blast. Well, if it does go down for another one of those power naps, I'm hoping that it's going to be a little shorter than the last one, because the last one was almost 2 days in length before it came back. The previous one was 4 days, or almost 5 days, I think, while it was down. And it did come back, though. And that is the key, is the fact that it does come back. So always interesting to see. Okay. I'm packing on you. When was the last eruption? We haven't seen one. Part of the problem, Pistol Pete, it is too smoky and foggy to be able to see the actual eruptions. But according to our seismic chart, it hasn't done it for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, if not a little bit more. So I'm hoping, and every time I update that chart, I'm hoping I'm seeing an upward trend, and right now it well, it hasn't updated yet, but it's still sitting in the lower echelons where it was last headed downward. So and to me that's not the greatest. So hopefully that will pick up, and we will be able to see some more lava coming out in a few minutes, or in short order anyway. Anyhow, guys and girls, so just to kind of review, yesterday we did have some awesome footage of the lava flowing out like crazy. It was very, very nice to see. The unfortunate part is that today it was going very well this morning, and seems when the clouds moved in, the cycle changed. So I'm going to blame it on the clouds. Anyway, it's doing what it's doing, and what a shield volcano will do at its best. So loving what we have. Anyhow, it is just about time for me to take another break, so I am going to do that. I can see it now. Dr. Guten Tag, Siggy's stream from Iceland, and a pig out of nowhere will photobomb. Yeah, Piggy's gonna photobomb in the background. Yeah, I can see it now too. That would be hilarious. Thanks, Brian Crown, for the chuckle. It's pretty cool. Thought it was already here. What are you sick of, DJ? I missed something. Mary Martin, hi. Yeah, Piggy's in here. No promises, but likely. Okay. Paul Zilla. Well, I shall be back in 30 minutes. I'm suddenly hungry because of everyone is talking bacon. Oh, you, Paul Zilla, you don't want no bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich with some nice mayo and butter, and just, oh, it slides in there, fresh lettuce and nice and tasty, and some pepper on the tomatoes, and oh, to die for, you know. Anyway, guys and girls, if you like the stream so far and you haven't hit that like button yet, please hit that like, bop it, or do whatever you need to do to make it turn blue for you. And also, if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that if we've earned your subscription today. And you can do that by bopping that fox down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen on your regular computer or device. TVs, on the other hand, please don't bop your TV. Trying to find a different device to do that on, one that's a little more interactive. And I'm going to take a break. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We are watching day 120 of the Icelandic volcano live streams, and I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes. So please don't go back. Don't go away. Lava monster and now cloud demons. Yeah, Jim, I don't know what we can gonna do about that. It's just it happens. It happens. And I'm waiting for the octopi to show up. So anyway, I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. Don't go away. Keep smiling, and don't get lost in the fog. Okay, guys and girls, I've turned the microphone back on, and I hope that you guys are still hanging with us. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We are at day 120 of the Icelandic volcano eruptions. Right now we're watching one of the live feeds from down in Fagradalsfjall, and watching that lava pile up. And this is the far east cam looking to the west across the valley. And we are seeing quite a bit of smoke emanating from certain spots. I'm not sure why we've got so much of that there, but it looks like that's right on the forefronts of where the fresh lava flow has poured in from yesterday and the day before. And we have had some large amounts of lava definitely pour into that area. So it is very cool and interesting to see that. Anyway, before things change, I just wanted to show you the other angle from the still cam from earlier this morning. And of course, this is not live. This is a shot from earlier. But just to give you the other view angle in between, and kind of give you an idea what that western side flowing in looks like. And to me that looks pretty darn awesome. And I'm trying to get my screen in the right spot so I can make arrows. And of course we see the flow down here, coming down multiple streams. This island here is starting to disappear. It used to be all the way up here, and I guess that's kind of like a peanut or a potato or something. But anyway, it's been overrun by lava, and a lot of that lighter looking colored material it's kind of that what do they call it, pahoehoe, very flowy liquidy lava that's flown over. And what I was looking at over here, of course, you can see that this thing is building a very big ramp there up in the north. And also notice that we have kind of a ramp built right there. And that is interesting to see. And that, of course, is what's feeding some of this stuff here. So we know that was flowing this morning. And we also know that we had some outflow from there coming this way as well, while it was really pouring out. So we don't know what happened to the hole that was down here in the lower side, but we do know that the V vent that we had here has patched itself up for the most part. And kind of interesting to see that. Anyhow, I just figured I'd throw that view on for a second just so we can see what it looked like from the other angle. And we'll put us back to the live. And unfortunately, the clouds are not behaving for us, which is not very good. Hey, Talk, how are you doing? Glad to have you on board. And let's see, what else we got going on here? Okay. Did want to mention again the shoestring teacher, which is the link I've got tagged up at the top or pinned up there in the chat box. He has some very interesting aerial footage from yesterday, and if you guys want to go check that out, he did have some nice shots like this in there. And you know, he was flying his drone over, and we're helping him out, getting a few extra views in on his video and a few extra subscribers, and trying to get his channel going a little bit. And we will encourage him to continue doing some of that fine work that he does with his drone. And some awesome shots. So if you haven't gone over there yet and looked at it, you can find that link up in the top of the chat box. If you click on it, then right click, you can open it in a new window, and just hit the subscribe button, and then be able to watch it later if you like to do that, or you can even go watch it now. Dr. Fox was expecting a much through and what? was expecting as much, and though, and was prepared. Okay, cool. All right. Just had the stream taken down by MBL. Okay, so not monetizing. Also isn't safe. Okay. Interesting to know, Talk, and I had word otherwise from my source, but I'm going to. I don't know what the deal is there, Talk. I really don't know. I wish I could help you out. Kevin Haynes, roll out the lava. Thank you for the $4 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget the buns. Yeah. Scott Hartman, hi, welcome. And I see we got a whole bunch of other people that have popped into the channel. And welcome to each and every one of you guys. And wow, that is cloudy there. Man, is that that's just full of clouds. Very hard to see any of that good stuff. And hopefully things will clear up a little bit for us in the next few minutes. Otherwise, we're going to find it very, very difficult to continue on for 4 hours if we can't see anything. If you guys understand what we're talking about here. Kevin shouldn't give money. It's not monetized on here. No, actually, that doesn't really matter with the super chats. It's the monetization on the stream itself is what they're looking at. So just so you're aware of it. And if you are making a donation here for super chat, as long as you refer to it as something for the trip or for the money or for Pepsi, that's a whole different kettle of fish, right? So if you do want to help MBL out though, and want to go over there and view, make sure you view their commercials, as long as it's not a crazy one. That's 20, or what was it? I had one that I looked at, and it was on a minute and a half or 2 minute video where they put a 56-minute infomercial on it, and I wasn't really appreciating that on a 2 or 3 minute video. I just thought that was a little bit crazy. Oh man, I wanted a kettle of fish. Oh jeez, we'll have to see. Don't make me swear. Piggy, don't swear. You're supposed to grunt and snort and things like that. Can't do it. Oh yeah. Don't be. No, let's stay away from that Greek stuff, Piggy. Oh, too much fun. I am sweaty, very hot here today. Bent Cop, I'm sorry. Get an air conditioner or big fans. I got a few big fans. They do pretty good, but it is a lot cooler here today in Edmonton, so I'm not too worried. Be back soon. Okay, Janet G. Good morning, Dr. Fox. Glad you're popped in here, Janet. Kunkel is also in the house. Glad to have you back. Ed Galindo. The lava will make it to the ocean soon. I don't know how soon it's going to make it to the ocean. For right now, the fact that it is pouring into Meridalier is actually going to make it take a lot longer. And what we can do, we can look at the, I do have that other map loaded up, and just to kind of help you out there, and I'm going to see if I got the right colors here on this one. Okay, so we'll use black in this one. So, of course, you can see our volcano is there at the star, and all that material is pouring down into the valley in various streams, and like that, kind of, sort of. And right now that material is roughly about there is how much it's progressed in the last 2 days, and it basically created a new layer over top of Mare existing lava flow. And if it continues to push, it may push up into this area a little bit more, as well as fill up the fingers that are going out there, and then start pouring over the hill, and that's a little bit of a rise there, and then it's going to end up going out in this direction. And for it to do that, it's going to take a long time for it to come out here, as we know what it does. If it's fluidic, it's going to spread out, and we are going to get a wider front, and then what's going to happen is we're going to get piling up behind it. Excuse me for a minute, my phone's ringing. Okay, that was fun. I answered the phone, it wouldn't answer, and I realized my phone was just about dead. And then I had to grab the other extension. So anyway, and then when I did answer, there's nobody there. Lots of fun. Anyhow, as I was saying about the lava, it will have to spread out in that area, and then it's going to take a lot of time to fill up this material and be able to even get to the road. And as you can see, the red arrows are kind of the indicators of the paths that it may take there. So this is going to take a long time for that lava to come through here. And depending on what the volcano keeps doing, if it slows down and stops for a couple more days and lets that area all cool off again, then what we will end up getting is a repeat of the scenario that's happened now. And that is where that material laying there already has cooled, and then the new lava will actually flow on top and creating layers. And this is the neat part about, when it sits for too long, that's what it's going to do. A little donation for trip expenses. Flo Smith, thank you very much. Appreciate that super chat for the trip, and I will definitely throw it in there for that. Awesome, and thank you very much for throwing that in there. Okay, getting back to my explanation here. Also with what's happening here, we know it's gone down here as well as in here. Now, I wanted to mention this material here, all of it, including everything that's down in that Hagi, has cooled. And it has cooled quite a bit because we have not had any new flow going in there. So if this stops and builds up too much here, we're going to see the flow reverse. It will go this way or end up going back down south through Upper Mare or into Geldingadarlar, and it will then try to cover up all that material that's already sitting there. Now we do have some very hot spots that are still underneath in here, and it's going to be interesting to see if it will continue to ride over top, if the crust is thick enough to keep the heated materials apart, or if it will melt through. So it's going to be very, very hard to predict what it's going to do there. But I can assure you, once it hits down into Nathagi, it's going to end up slowing down again and layering up the same way as what it was doing up here in the northeast in Mare. So interesting to see, but it's going to take a little bit more time before we see any of that lava even get to the road. And as I always say, because this is a dynamic situation, things could change very quickly. What we do have a likelihood of possibly happening is if we get a very, very large set of eruptions, it could push that north wall of the crater right out of place, since it has already been loosened. So that's something that may happen, and it's unpredictable because of the way everything is dynamically, or we could have a change in play. It may build up so much on the north side again that it will force the flow back south, and Geldinga is going to get more of that lava, as well as upper Meridalier, and hopefully we will see what happens in the very near future. And it's every day this thing has changed a little bit, so we're going to see. It's going to be cool. Interesting stuff. Anyway, let's see if we can see anything yet. Does sharing this volcano with other channels issue going to what? Okay, in 420, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying here, but it was moving. Does sharing this video with other channels issues helping on what? Is going to help still? I don't know what you mean by that. Why does DrFox2000 on my TV look different from the computer? There seems to be a big time difference. I have no idea. Is your computer set differently? London, I'm wondering if you have different settings. I don't know what your TV is like. I have no idea what your computer is set to. So we should be sitting at 1080p for the streaming, and I am sending out proper bit rates and everything. Got that stabilized. That's an issue we had before, but it's all been resolved that way. Hopefully it should be good. Who said bacon? Yeah, I don't know. No bacon. Kunkel said no bacon. Kunkel, the bacon is there. It's just we can't see it. It's those darn clouds. I wish the clouds would go away. And speaking of bacon, I want to see if I can do a refresh on our seismic chart. Okay, I'm gonna. It has changed a little bit. I'm going to save that again, and we will see if we can bring that newer seismic chart to you guys. Let's see if I get back in here, and we'll split this thing up in a second. There we go. And trying to keep an eye on it does cause issues with the mud. Well, okay, I'm playing 420 in plain sight. I'm not sure. Does it cause issues with the other monetization? Because I'm not monetized. So if somebody else is taking my video or my stream and remonetizing it, that is something that they have to take up with the feed owners. I can't speak for them, or don't know what's going to happen. That's not unknown to me. Okay, let's leave it at that. Let's see if I can get that new seismic chart back up there, and it shows a little bit of a change, and yeah, there we go. And we will pop that back up so we can see what's going on. And there, it still shows it kind of in the down in the doghouse, if you will. And I really wish that would get out of there and start coming up. And this is what we're looking at here. That should be on the way up. It should be headed way up there. I want to see it get to here, and that would make me happy. So. Okay, so let me clear that off, and we will pop back to the other view, and hopefully Okay, that's the valley one, and this was the closer up one. I think right now the valley one is probably a better view. I'm just going to go to the stream here for a second. Somebody is asking about, I don't have the link, ask Dr. Fox, daily, I'm just going back up, which link was daily looking for? Can you post the link of the fan map? I don't have the fan map. If anybody else has the fan map, I gotta take a look and see if I can find it. Maybe I can do that during my break. No guarantees, and I know that fan map has changed a bunch, so I haven't looked at the new one lately, so hopefully there's something interesting there. I'll see if I can locate that bookmark and during my break. Anyway, guys, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that break right away real quick. I see our likes are 297. Hopefully we can get them pushed over 300 real quick. All you good guys, if you like what you're seeing, please do hit that like button. The YouTube analytics do work off of that, and would really appreciate if you did that. Also, I see that there's 319 of you watching right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more of these live streams, you can take a look down in the description. It gives you the times. Weekend times are slightly different than the weekday times, but we do try to stream every day. And hopefully you guys will be able to find a time or two that you can pop in and have a look. And if you can't get in during regular hours, all these streams are recorded, and they will be stored as recorded streams or live stream recordings, as it says in the title. And these new ones, of course, with MBL are not monetized, so you don't even get commercials in there. None of that stuff, and it should be easy sailing. So please consider doing your thing, and I'm going to go take that break. I see that likes just popped up to 314. Awesome, you guys. Really appreciate all of you. And before I go, I'm just going to do a quick read. Do you think there's lava tubes down there? There are lava tubes everywhere in there. It's like, where aren't there any lava tubes? And you got to remember what you're dealing with, and it's lava that is heated up and cooling, and then we have flow, and of course that flow gets crusted over, and it stays hot down below, yet the top is cooled off quite a bit. So don't ever walk on lava like this. I'd wait 50 years before I decided to walk across Fagradalsfjall. So it's one of those things. I'll wait till they build the airport on there. Anyway, Konkel saying 10 p.m. over here in Germany. And okay, 10 p.m. and it is 2 p.m. here in Edmonton. And that means it is time for me to go have a Pepsi break. So please, don't you guys go away. I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Keep smiling, keep watching, and I'm going to, if you happen to see the screen change, don't panic. We're always trying to find the best view. So right now we're not seeing too much, but I'm probably just gonna pop through. I want to see the berm. Just heard from our man on the mountain. He's back from the volcano and just sent me pics. We'll send you now. Okay, RLC, Rob, appreciate that. And just in time for my break, then we can load them up. In other words, I don't get a break, but you know how that goes. At least my voice gets a break for a few minutes. So we'll do that, and I will be back in 5 or so. Don't go away, guys. Thank you. Okay, guys and girls and everyone else, I'm your host, DrFox2000, back from my break, and we are watching the live streaming of day 120 of the Icelandic volcano eruptions. Right now we are looking at Fagradalsfjall up in the northeast area. That is receiving a lot of lava as of late, the last couple of days. And it is awesome to see the layering that's happening, and the cake layers are being placed for our shield volcano, and it is awesome to see. Libby, I noticed that you tried to bring up the weather for Tampa. You forgot to put a space between weather and Tampa. That's why it didn't come up for you. I just hope that you noticed that when I retyped it and brought it up. Anyway, glad to have all of you guys on board. Just a quick gentle reminder, this particular stream is not monetized, although the super chat is on, which is fine. But the reason we don't monetize this particular one is because of the feed is for mbl.is, and we give them all the credit in the world for it. So anyhow, we want to give credit to someone else too, though, and that is our good friend Gutentag, who was in the stream last night, or yesterday, last night, and this was one of the lovely shots that he passed along over to. Oh, there's that fan map. Thank you, Talk Air. Talk put up the link for the fan map. So if you guys haven't done that yet, right click on that link, open it in a new tab, and you can have a look at that while you're watching our live stream. And anyway, I wanted to throw up a couple more of the pictures that he had here. So this obviously is an awesome lavally looking stuff. Kind of lumpy pahoi hoi kind of stuff with a bunch of extra granules in it. Looks like it's been cooling off, but you can see the coating or covering is really glaciated, and very interesting to see that, like glass on top. Anyway, popping to it is bacon, Flo. Let's see, and here's another shot of where that material is going down, just to kind of give you a little bit better of an idea. Remember what I mentioned about that island that is still kind of sort of sticking out, and that is the area that we see right here, and it used to be up like this, and that lava has pushed over onto it, and these are some very interesting and nice shots. This, of course, these shots are credited to Gutentag, just so you know the source, and I will actually put a link in there in the description there for Gutentag's channel, and for those who haven't signed up or subscribed to Gutentag yet, please consider doing that as well. He's got a fantastic amount of material around the volcano, and it is awesome to see some of his stuff. And then, of course, he had a third picture, and oh, there's the lava goddess. The volcano is spitting out lava goddesses, and it's an awesome shot. Of course, the fine lady that you see in the foreground is Nina. That's Gutentag's wife, and she's standing right in front of that hot lava field. Hope she doesn't get too toasty there. And hey friend, quit doing that coughing. You might get some on yourself. Anyway, I had to put that up there. Come on, it's actually very nice to see a decent picture like that. So for all those who don't know, that is Nina NX, and she's got her own channel, but that's Gutentag's wife, and we are happy to see the foreground and the background. So Really awesome. Thanks for sharing those, Rob, and getting those over here. And you can tell Guten Tag that they were all a success, including the one of the lava goddess. And getting back to our cloudiness, those clouds, smoke and fog, whatever you want to call it, it is doing its thing. And not sure how we're going to deal with that in the near future. We see more of that smoke coming. I guess right down on the valley floor it isn't so bad, but as soon as you get up a couple 100 meters and then we turn into mush, you can see the cloud layer there, and unfortunately not as good as it could be. Behind what I'm seeing currently, Nina X on my TV. What? London? I don't know what's happening with your streaming there. I'm sending it all at the same time. So if you got two different devices receiving at two different time intervals, I cannot be held responsible. Something to do with the World Wide Web. and the way it's translated from one medium to another, and I really can't help that. That's beyond my control. So anyway, blonde kryptonite. Yeah, in a way that could be that. Oh, too much fun. My phone translates English into English for me. Okay, 420. They both say hi, and we're looking forward to their epic trek on Wednesday. Ooh, that would be nice. When they will be doing an entire circuit of Meridalia. Oh, that will be awesome, Rob. And thank you for getting that on board and sharing it with us here. I really do appreciate it. Okay, 420, I'm actually curious about something since you mentioned that. Have you guys turned it on in closed captioned? And I'm wondering if it actually translates your closed caption to another language. And that is something that I don't know if it actually does that. TVs and mobiles get different versions of the stream than PCs. That way, that's the way YouTube works. It's all about packet size and latency. And yes, that's the whole thing. You do have different levels of latency. And of course, while I'm streaming, I have my stream set to ultra low latency, which to me is still an 8-second delay between what I say and what comes out. And that's the best we can do. It's not instantaneous, so everything has to go through its processes for things to work. Wow, Kona mountain bikes, not heard of them for a long time. Kona mountain bikes, there's a bunch of them around here. They're a hot commodity. Talk Air knows it. Yes, 7-second Ninja, by the way, hi and welcome. And we are all on board with it. Now, just to mention to you guys as well, if you haven't gone over to Talk Air's channel, and if Talk wants to drop that link for his channel in the stream, I don't mind if he does that once in a while. I'm still trying to find that link for the fan map. Let's see, where'd that go? I know that was in here somewhere. There's the fan map. And I'm going to open that link in a new tab and see what there is. But I will let you guys deal with that fan map for right now, because I don't have it loaded up, and it's going to take a little bit to caress it into the right manner. And we'll wait with doing that maybe for tomorrow's stream. But I'm going to re-bookmark this just so I don't lose it again. And there, it's saved. So I have it. There are some changes indicated on it. So hopefully if you guys go and check that fan map out, and that was posted by talk air, and hopefully it will help you guys out in what you're doing. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. And now the other one, of course, that I was promoting today was the shoestring teacher, okay, which is up the pinned link that I have up in the top of the chat box, and hopefully you guys will have a look at that guy's channel. He's got some awesome aerial footage on there from drone flying in various locations, and volcanoes is not the only thing he does. So if you want to have a good shot at it, you can definitely go have a look. So you click on it, and then right click, it will open the link in a new tab on your device, and you can have a look at it later if you like. And hopefully things will keep going and keep happy there. So okay, see some stuff, questions. I have a question. Why when I live stream do I not see mine on the live tab when I click on my home page of YouTube? I do not know. That's a good question, Duchess of Elements. I really don't know. What I do is, because I have two tabs open for my studio, so what I will do is I will leave my one tab that I have always open, which allows me to go in and out and find links very quickly and things like that, and the other tab is set to the live stream itself. Once I have the link for the live stream, I usually paste it into my 24/7 stream, and then I will click on that link, right click on it and open it in a new tab, and it shows up there. But if you go look in your contents under live streams, you should be able to see the video there with the live stream. And I'm not sure if that's going to help. I don't know why it doesn't showing up on your channel page. Maybe you have to refresh your channel page. Have a try at that and see what's going on. DJ, why are you bugging Dan Hurd's beard? We need more drone footage of the crater. I do agree, Ricky, and I wish I was there right now, because I do have full intentions of when I go. I have two drones. I have the Mavic Mini as well as the Mavic 2 Zoom, which is the same as the Mavic 2, except for the camera slightly different on that one. It's not the Hasselblad, it's the other one, but mine has the zoom built in, so it makes it for more interesting life, and it does have the 4K capabilities. So that is from the Zoom 2 or 2 Zoom, and not from the Mini. The Mini really doesn't have true 4K. It's more like 2K, but still 1080 at 60 frames per second. So we will see how that ends up happening. No, Dr. Fox. Look on the homepage of YouTube, and you will see live. Yes, I've never seen mine live there. I don't know, Duchess. I have no idea why you're not seeing that there. Mine, when I do that, I see both my 24/7 stream as well as this stream when I'm running it. So I'm not sure what's going on there, and I really can't help. Barbarians in the house. Let's see, who else is in here? When you go, Dr. Fox, get pics of how far up the berm it has gotten. Yeah, absolutely. That is a must. I will be definitely investigating the berms, and I'm also going to be snoopy and try to find out what they buried in on that berm. So that's going to be something that I'm hoping to see and find out and go through. And you should take an extra drone to fly into the eruption. A sacrificial drone, 420. Drones depends on which ones they are. They are expensive. If I fly my Mavic 2, or sorry, my Mavic Mini, into the drone or into the Volcano, somebody's got to pay for it, and it ain't gonna be me. Oh man. I know what I paid for it, so Doc, do you know when you'll be in Iceland? Okay, I'm going to pull up the calendar, and the tentative dates, if I get the right month here, are going to be somewhere around, I think I'm going to fly on the 17th and be there 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd of August, and then fly back on the 23rd. And then I have an extra day off on the 24th, and I return back to work on the 25th. So I'm leaving myself a couple buffer days. I do still have to cover the 14th and 15th weekend for on-call, but the 16th is my official start to my holidays. 17th I'll fly out, and on the 23rd I fly back. And that is the tentative schedule, and it's a matter of getting the whole works lined up. And that's actually what I will be doing after the stream today, is booking my flights. So once those are in, I will confirm when I'm actually going. So that is the tentative setup. That's what the plan is, and hopefully we will make all of that happen properly. And like I said, the other things like passport is already in order. My COVID shots are in order. My phone plan has been updated to get extra data for streaming, that kind of thing. And it is the same as the North American GSM and so on. The cellular network is the same, so I don't need to buy a different phone or anything like that, and it will all work there. So been working on that, so trying to line all the things up beforehand. And I do still have to do several things. I do need to buy an extra controller for my Mavic 2 Zoom, the independent controller, so I don't have to use my cell phone to control it. So that is on the agenda. I know that's going to be a few bucks. We'll work on that, as well as I do want to see about getting a different microphone that will cancel out noise. And I've got a sneaky hunch, if I'm going to be on top of one of those hills trying to do live stream, I need to make sure that we keep the wind noise down to a minimum. And I know there's a few good microphones out there that are not that big of an expense. It's just to get one beforehand that has a proper windsock on it, or fuzzies, or whatever you want to call it. Rick throws in €5. Rick, really appreciate that, and awesome, man, awesome. Thank you for the super chat, and do appreciate it, and that will definitely help out towards the trip. And any of that will definitely go a long ways, because like I say, guys, I need to do certain things to make that happen. So getting that controller, I know, is not cheap as well, because it's DJI, so you end up paying through the nose, but it is what it is. And then as well as the microphone, so that's probably going to run me in total, $750, $800 just for those two items. So we'll see. That is kind of in the budget though, and we will make that happen. And hopefully everything will work out the way I want it to. So DJI Mini 2S is what I play with. Okay, the Mini 2, okay. Yeah, I have the Mini, but the Mini 2 apparently is got a little bit better camera on it, or they're capable of true 4K, whereas the Mini itself was only that what I call 2K. So we will be pretty awesome and pretty interesting to see what comes out. 1200 osh, what? Yeah, there's all kinds of different things. It's a nice drone. Yep. Yeah, one thing I did notice, so between the Mini and the Mavic 2, when I fly the Mini around, if it's a little too windy and stuff, I struggle to get the Mini to where I want it to be, and that is not the problem with the Mavic 2. The Mavic 2 has plenty of horsepower. Mavic 2 is bulky, yes, it's bulky, but it is a lot more of a bird than like I nicknamed my 2, and I call the Mavic Mini, I call it Little Bird, and the Mavic 2 is Big Bird, and Big Bird's got a lot more oomph. It is a much more powerful unit by far, and it really shows when you're flying it. And I'm not a crazy flyer, don't do stunts. I use these both of the drones as basically aerial footage platforms for videoing, and it's an experience flying these things, and it's it takes a little bit of get up and go to work on getting practiced up and things like that, but once you get the hang of your birds, it is really awesome. The DJI Smart Controller is awesome, but but live streaming on it does not work yet. If you want to live stream from the drone, you need a standard controller and a phone and a YouTube app. Yes, standard controller, a phone. What you actually need, is you need an iPhone, because you need to be able to have both your Wi-Fi working as well as your regular GSM thing there. So your regular cell phone and your standard Android phone will not simulcast like that, whereas the iPhone will, and that's the difference between the two. But I heard there was a way of taking the you can take out of the smart controller apparently into the HDMI, well, what is it, the HDMI cable will turn around, and there's a converter you can get, and you can dump that into your computer. And I don't know if I'm going to get that done, so I don't know if I'll be able to live stream from the drone, but I still have about a month to try to figure that one out. So we'll see how that goes, and it's going to be interesting though. We'll see how it works. So I have looked into some of this, and it is interesting, and we'll see what we can make happen. I'm in the same boat, but side loading up to my live streaming to work properly. Okay, cool. Is there a closer cam? No, not right now. The visor cam on the other side has been stalled out for a few days. This one here is on the eastern side of Fagradalsfjall. This one is a little bit closer towards the volcano, but it is still down in Fagradalsfjall. This particular view, or lack thereof, is up on the ridge on the other side of the upper Fagradalsfjall Valley, and I can't remember how to pronounce that name. The long ridge, you know, the spine thing. But we don't have any real close-up cams, and that's what we're hoping for. And of course, once I get out there, I will definitely be doing some close-up footage of that. Yeah, that's it. Herger. Man, did I blow that one. I gotta listen to Siggy's instruction video again there on how to say that properly. Story Hooter, yeah. Sharon, yeah, that's probably where we'll be launching the drones from and taking the shots. But I've noticed in everybody's video that has taken video from up top on Story Herger, Herter. Anyway, up there, it's really, really windy up there. So, Langeriger. Okay, I'll get educated once I get over there. I'm sure those guys will teach me the proper Icelandic terms for it. Anyway, guys, I'm looking at the clock. It's break time. I need to take a break, wet my whistle. Just wanted to kind of, before I run away here, we wanted to look at that chart again. So it hasn't changed much. I'm going to see if there's a new one come up, but then last we see is we were still on the way down over here. So not a happy sight. Hoping that we're seeing spikes go in the other directions very quickly. And okay, there's these other shots I just wanted to throw back up there. These were from Guten Tag, from I guess last night, or yeah, it would have been today. Anyway, just recently. So very fresh photos, and love the scenes. Of course, this is over on the western side of the area that's flowing down, and as we mentioned, this is the Fagradalsfjall. We'll put the big M in there, and of course that was the little island that's left here that used to be a little bit bigger just yesterday. So that flow has covered up a little bit. So awesome to see that, and also that leaves you with a little bit of lava in your mind. And I'm going to put it back onto the other stream here. Hopefully the one with not too much cloud. And we'll leave it there right now. I'm going to go take that break. Please, guys, don't go away. And I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back in a few minutes. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please consider doing so. Also, if you need to know when the streams are actually running, you can look in the description down below, and it will tell you exactly when they're running. And please remember that I do work for a living, and I have a job that allows, or well, requires me to be on call, and sometimes that interferes with some of the times, but we usually post those times in my other live stream, and I do have my 24/7 home stream that is running all the time, and you guys can certainly pop in there to see for updates and information. I will post links in there for certain things at times, so always another worthy place of having a look for some info. On that friendly note, I'm going to take that break. Don't you guys go away. Keep smiling, play nice in the lava, and I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, guys and girls, it's DrFox2000, your host. I'm back. Took my little break, and I'm just reading a funny comment in here. Is it true that Canadian prime rib is meatloaf? No, Greg. I don't know where you heard that, but I can assure you we have prime rib that is some of the best in the world. And it is not meatloaf. Although, personally, I think I like meatloaf better than prime rib. But that is awesome. Anyway, glad you guys are all here. I'm your host, DrFox2000. It's day 120 of the Icelandic volcano eruptions. And yes, we've got some very poor visibility. And top left camera is one of the views from MBL. Top right hand camera, where the guy's hand keeps going, is the one that's up on the ridge overlooking across the No Name or Upper Meridalia Valley. And the bottom one is bottom left, of course, is looking over the northeastern area of Meridalia, and it is on the east side. And just to kind of give you the heads up, that 3D map over on the bottom right is what we're going to pop into here, and we'll get it to that one, and I will kind of give you the idea where that camera is and where our lava flow is. Of course, this map has not been updated yet. We're still anticipating a new one soon. But just wanted to mention here that majority of our flow was coming out from the end and going down in here, and then doing its thing, going in various directions. We did have some flow that was barreling over top. Actually, I think some of it went around a little bit. Most of this island that you see right there has been covered by lava, and then this one here has been reduced down to a very small sliver that's left, and the lava has flowed very nicely over top of that as well. Anyway, let's spin you around a little bit and kind of give you a different perspective. And if we go in here, this is more so that I'm not exactly sure where that bottom camera was, if it's actually sitting over here somewhere. I'm assuming it would be, and looking off in this general direction. So there may be one up on the hill and one down just a little lower on this area roughly. That's where I'm guesstimating them to be. And of course we are watching the lava flow down, and it isn't just flowing down these two paths, it was flowing down right here as well. And this is where we've seen all those major flows that people were asking. Yeah, I think your plane is still there. Yep, right there, this little guy. And that plane hasn't been buried yet. I'm hoping that we can get it parked somewhere else during the next flyover talk. I think it may get covered in lava if you keep it parked there too long, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, yeah, like I was saying, a lot of that lava was flowing down here, and here I think is this is kind of a trench in here. If we zoom in on it a little bit more, we can see it a little better. So yeah, that lava, so this has built up here so much that the lava is actually flowing down that spot. So that's very interesting to see. And you know, the height of this lava in here, that means this has gotten up very high, right? So awesome to see. And of course, this along here, the lava has really built up, and it's going to be just a matter of time for it to build up and get over. And if we go at this angle, you can kind of see that's a lot of height that it had to build up in here. But that height is going to keep increasing in this whole area as long as we keep that flow coming out of the northeast or the north areas of the volcano, and it will fill this area up. And I did notice some of the pits that we had before that were kind of developed. There was a kind of a gully here after the eruptions, and that has filled up some as well. So very cool. Hey, all, did anyone see the huge lava MBL around? Yes, we did. Sherry, we definitely did. And there was quite a bit of it coming out, and the eruptions, that was actually just about right before where it started to diminish a little bit, right after that. So it's almost like it gave it one big last effort, and then it slowed down a bunch. But anyway, whoa, I didn't want to draw on there. Wrong screen. Okay, there we go. I wanted to mention that, yeah, the other camera that we were seeing it from is up here somewhere, and that long-range still cam, and we haven't seen too much because of the amount of clouds. So a lot of this area has filled in now with lava, and it's very interesting to see how much has popped in there. And you can eventually get rid of this entire hill. It's going to end up getting overflown with lava, and it will bury it. And then once this area builds up to that height, same as what the cone is, or thereabouts, that means this back area here will also fill up. So we have quite a bit of material that's going to have to get dumped in there before this thing is actually going to start changing direction again. But you never know, it could dump out so much, cool off right here, and just sit there, create a very large berm, natural berm, and our flow could start going back south into Geldingadarlir or into Upper Meridalier. So those are possibilities. Colin, how late am I? Hello, all. And yeah, we're still on here, so you're not too late. And glad you popped in. But I don't know if I'm going to run 4 hours today. I think I'm going to cut it down to 3, since we are not seeing the good views that we've got or wanted. And hopefully it's going to be kind of neat. I'm running all records from the beginning of the eruption on the mainstream, bottom right box. Yeah, I actually did notice that talk, and that was pretty cool. Your old recordings from 20th and 26th. Yeah, if you need extra of the old stuff, the whatever you can find for the good stuff, you can just grab off mine if you want to. Grab a few from there. I don't know if they're worthwhile watching or not for you, but you've got access to them. They're in the archives. So anyway, Nancy, DrFox, I heard somewhere that the airplane on the lava was actually a low-flying small airplane captured during 3D video image photography. You are absolutely right. It was indeed, Nancy. You have it absolutely correct. And that happened to be down there while they were doing the higher aerial shots of for making that 3D map. And no, that airplane did not crash or did not land on the lava field. Just so we have that there. But yeah, it does look pretty cool though to see that, and we can pop back over to that one for a second, just so. Oh, hang on, wrong one there. Whoa, I'm trying to move the wrong map here. Too many screens. Okay, let's spin it around and we'll move it back over. And yeah, you can actually see that plane pretty good from this angle. So down in the bottom of the area, you can see it. And right there, and I don't know. You know, I'm thinking maybe Talk did actually land an airplane there. We'll see. We'll see. Running gag. That's all, Nancy. Yeah. No, it is. It sure does look like it did land on the lava. You know, it really does. But we love it. It's all good humor and excellent. Talk Air lands anywhere. They've got those VLOTs, or vertical takeoff and landing type aircraft, and it's awesome to see. No, just kidding. Right now, okay, right, I know, okay, it was amazing. I wonder how much lava there was. Yeah, there is lots of lava. 120 days sucky weather. Yeah, day 120 is not being the best weather for us at all, unfortunately. Being in the green fields of England, where the internet doesn't live today. Okay, just got back home straight to the stream. Colin, pardon me, you didn't miss too much, but we do have interesting things happening. Yeah, VTOL lava hopper. Someone get to it, and that would be dangerous. I measured. Now my TV live stream is running 17 minutes ahead of what I see on my PC. 17 minutes ahead of what you see on your PC? I see my PC isn't even close to being alive that I'm posting to. Wow, London lava, that is incredible. I'm surprised, 17 and a half minutes difference. I would expect a little bit of latency, you know, maybe a minute or two, but 17 and a half minutes? I'd be talking to your service provider and asking them, hey, what's going on? You know, that is really, really not kosher. Click live on your PC or refresh the page. That might be an option as well. That's what Talk Air said. And I'm wondering if that's the case, because 17 minutes is a long time. I could understand, you know, being off a minute or two, but I can't see 17 minutes out. That's a little too much. Very interesting, you guys. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of hour number 3, and I don't know if we can continue too much further here. I'm going to see what's our streams look like. Okay, that one is not good. Checking down at the berm. We do have some pedestrians, lost souls. They're all leaving. They said it's too cloudy. They're all going away, heading back to hence they came. Let's see what else we got here. Down in the valley, still very, very cloudy, very foggy. That one is foggy. This one, the long shot on the eastern side of Meridalia, looking to the west. We are seeing smoke, and that cloud layer is just hanging in there real nice. And I wish that would just go up. So I don't know if we can push or keep going here. I do have some other things I do want to get at today. We've been running, we're at the 3-hour mark, and I don't know even how many people we've got in the room right now, 272. So I don't know if you guys want to hang around here. Nice to see you were able to access the RUV feed. We'll talk about that. I tried, and you know, actually, I tried running my own bunny cam on the IP import, and I noticed that didn't work out so well. So I ended up having to go back to a stream or screen capture on that one, and it seemed to fix my problem. But I was losing time like crazy, and I thought that is not right. So. I don't know if it's the processor in that laptop or what it is. I changed things around and sent you a new PM. Okay, I'll have to have a quick peek, and we'll go from there. Thanks, talk. Tony Leon, we have a little uptick in the seismic chart now. I'm going to actually reload that seismic chart real quick and see if there's going to be something. There's not that much of an uptick. Let's save that image and we will get it on the screen for you guys. And let's save it there. Already exists, yes. And just updating it. And we will go and get that back on the screen for you right away. And we'll see if we notice any considerable difference. Let's see, we'll remove that guy and add a source and be able to do this real quick. Lava stuff, and go into there and go grab that one. Okay, so yeah, so we'll push that back on live here, and we can see what the new chart is saying. That would be great, talk. We'll see if we can work on that. Anyway, that's the updated seismic, and just wanted to pop that open here. And you know, I don't see. Hang on, did it actually update for me? It almost looks like that's the same one as before. Let me try that again. And no, that is the same as what I'm seeing. At least I think so. Maybe not. Let me go try that again. Why did it not save correctly? Okay, maybe I have to do a new one. Okay, we'll try this way. I don't have any issues here if I load a new one for you guys. And that one I don't think is loving us too much. For some reason, it's not saving the latest and the greatest. Okay. All right, we'll get it split up. Your photograph different than mine? What? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering if it is. And we're going to remove that one, and we're going to add it to the new latest one here. And I've got a sneaky hunch it didn't grab the latest one, so this one should be a little bit different. And so from that, yeah, I will go over and put the new one on right there. So that should show a little bit differently for you. And it's minimal changes. And where we're looking, guys, is, whoa, needed to do this. Okay, is here. Okay, and we see we had a little bit of an uptick right there, but the spot that we're looking at is the last layer right here, and right now it's sitting here, and I'm hoping it's going to go back up. Okay, that's what we're hoping for. Can't tell if it is though. Maybe what we'll stick it out. We'll hang around for a few more minutes, and if it doesn't clear up a little bit within the next 10-15 minutes, I think then we will call it a a stream for today, and we'll try again tomorrow, hopefully with a little bit better weather. So before I take my break, though, I just wanted to point out up in the top of the chat, you see there's a blue link that's up there. If you click on that link, then right click on it to open in a new tab. You can have a look at what's going on there for the shoestring teacher, as he calls himself, and he has some interesting aerial videos. So obviously it's some neat stuff, but he does have some stuff from the volcano. So if you guys want to go have a look, and a couple of the pictures, I'll give you a couple of examples of the shots that we did have. If I can find them again, wherever I stuck them, and I don't think it was this one, but maybe. No, not those ones. Let's go down further here. Whoop, I need to turn that other one off. There. So this was one of his shots that he had from his aerial view, which is really an awesome shot because it shows you the main drain right now, and it also shows you over here that big V has closed up a bunch. But if you want to watch that whole video, you certainly can on the Shoestring Teachers channel, and you can throw in a comment and you can tell them that you've seen it over on Dr. Fox's live stream, and that'll make them happy. And of course, if you like that kind of video and the aerial stuff in general, I love that stuff. So please do have a look at his stuff, and give him a thumbs up and a subscribe if you so desire. One of the other ones that I just wanted to pop up there real quick was this other photo, and this again while he was flying his drone. This is just a screen capture from what he had posted in his video. So if you guys like that sort of thing, you might want to consider doing that, popping over there and giving it a whirl. Anyway, I'm going to take a break here, and hopefully we will see things clear up a little bit. I'm going to leave it back on the one cam that was showing some stuff earlier, and hopefully it will clear up and we can see where the volcano is. It's of course it's up here somewhere in the clouds. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take that break. Don't you guys go away, and I'll be back in 5 minutes or so, and we'll see what happens in the next 15 minutes. If it doesn't clear up a little, then we're probably going to cut her down for today. So hang in there. We'll see what happens. Squirrel. No, the squirrel was bugging the bunny this morning, and man, was I mad at the squirrel. But I can't be shooting this airsoft at the squirrel. That's too small of an animal, and I don't want to kill it. I don't have that airsoft for killing the animals. I have it to scare the other ones away, like when the skunk comes along. I don't mind shooting at the skunk a little bit, because I know the skunk is pretty tough, and he can take one of those little pellets and still walk away with his tail up proudly. So anyway, guys, Tony Leon, I put a link on your home live stream. Okay, actually you should if you put the links in, you need to put the link into the description, or sorry, into the comments on one of the streams. That usually if you do that, put it into the one from yesterday, into the stream, not into my live stream, because it won't show up in there either. Okay, they're set that way that they don't show, but they will show in the comments, and I will have to approve them after I check them out. So if you put them in the comments, they do get approved and get sent through. Anyway, I'm going to take that break. Don't you guys go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, I figured I better turn that microphone back on. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching day 120 of the Icelandic volcano eruptions. Right now we're looking at a lot of cloud, and I'm not happy. I really wish the weather gods would be nicer to us. Tomcat, I would recommend that you don't try to shoot a skunk with an arrow. I prefer that you just shoo them away. That's usually better. But you know, when the darn things start chasing my bunny around, that's when I have to interact. And although my bunny doesn't like skunks, she doesn't want to be anywhere near him, and she'll leave if the skunk is chasing her. So anyway. Had that problem the other night, and BB was very happy that I was able to take aim and shoot at that darn thing from up high. So, yes, we understand, Tomcat. And cats don't like skunks either. Although a black cat can easily become a skunk if it was very furry and we painted a white stripe on its back. Pellets in the rear of the skunk keeps the bunny safe. That's only if we get the proper angle. But actually, I used to watch Bird Watching Headquarters, or Bird HQ as they call it, and they had the raccoons and the skunks there. And the ones that didn't really care for the skunks, of course, were the possums. And when all the different animals were coming to feed at the feeding station, the skunk would kind of start putting its tail up towards the possums, and the possums really didn't like that. So the possum went and bit the skunk right in the back end there, and that skunk didn't come back for about 4 or 5 days. So it was all good. Anyway, guys and girls, I don't know what to do here. I'm thinking of calling it, because we really do not have very good visibility, and it is in fact getting worse than better. And I'm thinking that we might just call it a day here. So I hope you guys can understand because of what we're looking at. And that's not very good. I mean, we do have not bad view down in Nethagi, down in the southern end, but the northern area is really not doing very well. And as you can see, right? So yeah, I think we're gonna basically call it a stream for today, and hopefully take a chance. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do some resting, and I have to actually leaving early. I just got Kim Raudenbush. Where you been hiding? What have you been doing? Hiding in the back corners? And now you pop out. Daryl Spurlock is also here. Hi, Daryl. In case I didn't say hi, in time to say hi. Yeah, yeah, guys. It's really poor visibility, so I am going to call it. And unfortunately, it's kind of, well, what are we going to look at, right? I mean, we can only look at water vapor and smoke vapor for so long before we get really tired of it. There you go. Talk Air Iceland. Talk Air Iceland after party. Currently with nostalgic recordings from the beginning of while nothing is happening. Yep, absolutely. So if you want to go have a look at some of the older nostalgic stuff, we can deal with that. Duchess of Elements, I will get you that link over in the home channel later, okay? Just so you know I did see what you asked for there, and I don't have a problem with that. And it needs some instructions though, so just so you have it once I get over there and we can deal with it. Can I post on my timeline? Okay, yeah, you can post this on your timeline, and I really do appreciate it that all of you were here, including Kim Raudenbush, but we can keep the chat going for hours because it's puns and games. Yeah, you know, after I leave and after our mod goes away, you can be bad and do all kinds of things, but once I shut the stream down, if you stay in the chat will stay open as long as you're there, right? Anyway, sad to see you go, but I understand. Rest your voice, and hoping tomorrow is a better day, and I'm hoping tomorrow is a better day too. I really do, Nancy, and thank you. I really do appreciate all of you coming in and doing your thing today. One thing I did want to say is the shoestring teacher. We've managed to get his subscribers up greatly. I think he almost got over 100 new subscribers today from me promoting here, as well as his video. I think it was around 462 when I watched it originally, and he's now at 5.2K. So I'm hoping he's happy with the little extra splurge of activity on his video. So if you guys haven't looked at that yet, it'd be pretty awesome, pretty cool to see. So I'm going to say good afternoon, good evening, good night to all of you, and hopefully we can get better weather tomorrow. So thank you, each and every one of you, for being in here. Thank you very much to the awesome super chatters who have thrown some donations in. I really appreciate you guys, and all of that money, of course, goes to my trip and the things required for it. Like I say, some of that stuff cost a few bucks, so it definitely does help financially a little bit. And I really want to say thank you to all of you who have super chatted in the past. It's awesome, and thank you for that support. Also, for those who have hit that like button, it really does mean a lot to me to see at least a like on there, and it is an encouragement, as well as the YouTube analytics certainly do work well with the more likes you have, the more popular your video becomes, so, or the stream. So anyway, and as I said, for those who are watching, this stream is not monetized. So just so if you're aware of that, just wanted to throw that back out there. So if you are watching it, you probably noticed 0 commercials in here, as well as you won't see any commercials on the replay either. So on that friendly note, I'm going to say, hey, time to get going, and you guys all take care. I'm going to do my thing. I wish I could rest, but I do have to book some flights, and that is what's on the agenda next. So for those who have joined today, please have a pleasant evening, pleasant day, and you can pop into Talk's stream. He's running 24/7 over there, and you can go through some of that material, and hopefully you will be doing your thing. Dr. Fox, this is my favorite daily thing to daily. Okay, I noticed 20,000 views on one video just a couple of days old. And yes, you're absolutely right, 420. There are a few that have really shot up, and I really appreciate all you good guys watching them. And even from yesterday, I think yesterday we ended up with about 6,000 views during the stream, and that is now over 10,000 views on that one. And of course that is not monetized, so it's, everybody has had the opportunity to watch some uninterrupted stream and the replay of the stream, which is awesome. So okay, at least we got an extra 4 minutes. Kim, you are a troublemaker. Love having you here. Hey, but we need to get that likes up to at least 420 though. I see it's at 416, so we need a few more people to hit that like button if you haven't done that. Okay, we're 417, and let's see if we can just push it up a little bit more. 418, and I don't know if it's going to go. Oh my God, there it goes, 422. We pushed it too far. Sandra Snyder's got hands up. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're going to give it up for today. 423, 427 already. So awesome, you guys. I came for the end. Jairus, yeah, thanks for popping in. And we are shutting down because, as you can see on the screen, we don't have any visibility, and I wish we had a little bit better stuff. So, thanks, Philip. Cool stuff. And next time we'll do that at the beginning of the show, though, right? And that's always a good place to do that. If you have a community tab, you can always share those things out there as well, and that gets everyone from your list showing, or gets kind of the link, and they can have a look and see. So anyhow, I'm going to get off of here. Take care, everyone, and we will look forward to tomorrow. Pray that the weather gods are going to take us out of the clouds and put us back on the ground. And all of you guys, you take care. Stay what? If you guys stayed at 419, Dr. Fox might have stayed a little longer. Kim, you are just a troublemaker, aren't you? Anyway, I love having all of you guys here, and on that, I'm going to do my usual ending. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Thank you for being here, and please tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. A good night, everyone, and thank you.